guys, I'm on my study break, so I thought I'd make a video because I haven't in ages, and now that all I have to do is study for exams, I'm getting really bored. And so this is kind of something that I can do to get out of it. I've been spending all day like highlighting and making notes, as you can see. Far out. It's intense. I'm so over it. At least I only have a week left. All of my exams finish on the 10th of November, so hopefully I can just smash all this study out and then go from there. I was thinking the other day, and ever since I finished high school, I've actually learned a lot about myself as a person, like things that I do, mannerisms I have that I didn't really know I had or didn't pay much attention to before. So here's a list of some of the things that I have learned about myself. Not all of them good, some of them are actually really bad and I shouldn't admit them, but whatever. One thing I learned is that I get extremely emotionally attached to things, ridiculously, stupidly. Say someone gave me this glue stick and, like, I don't know, I just get really emotionally attached to this glue stick, and if someone like took it or ruined it, I'd be so upset. That was just a really bad example, but I can't think of an example now, but I get really emotionally attached to things really badly and really quickly as well. So I get so stressed, really badly stressed. I get stressed about anything, like tiny little things, and the fact that I get stressed just freaks me out, and then I do nothing. The fact that I have so much to do stresses me out to the point where I do nothing, and then what I have to do just accumulates more and more, which then stresses me out more and more. It's a ridiculous cycle, but there you go. I care way too much about my friends that it sometimes makes me come off as a bitch or like a really mean, controlling, bossy person. I should really stop that. Like, I'm a real mother hen. It's kind of embedded in my nature. I can't help it. I just feel like having to look after everyone, and sometimes that gets me in trouble. Because if they're doing something and I feel like it's wrong, or that like it's dangerous, or what they're doing could hurt them, then I intervene, and generally that starts a heated like discussion which then turns to an argument, and I come off as like being this controlling bitch. But I'm just trying to help, but it generally doesn't help. Yeah. One really annoying one is that in my mind I build up these really high expectations of things, or how I want things to work out, and then when it doesn't happen, or if it doesn't work out how like I wanted it to, I get really upset, which is really stupid. I shouldn't set such high expectations for things, you know. I shouldn't get so excited and work myself up over things as much as I do, because generally it doesn't happen quite as I wanted it to, and then I just get all upset, which is avoidable. I just freak out a lot over stupid little things. Anything, really. Like if my mum came in here and said la 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 and started talking to me and I didn't know what she was going on about, I'd freak out. Or if I was like drinking a coffee and then I got to the bottom and the sugar was all at the bottom, I'd probably freak out. Yeah, I know, that's a bit weird. I make things so much harder for myself a lot of the time. Like, generally there's an easy way to do things, but in my mind, I don't know why I don't do it that way, but I just go in a whole different direction and I make it 10 times harder for myself than it actually is. I just don't think my brain works properly. Half the time, the reason that I get hurt or upset is because it's my fault. I generally am the reason, like, it's generally my fault And I only kind of just realised that recently, that half the time, whenever I do get into a fight, or I get upset or hurt by someone, it's the basic reason behind it all is my fault, which is really bad, and it makes me feel bad that I didn't realise this before. I have a really jealous side to me, I've learned. It almost always gets me in trouble, because I'm generally quite good at hiding it, like covering it up, but when I get really jealous, it just kind of explodes. Like, I'll say something that I wasn't meant to, or I'll just, I don't know. It generally just gets me in trouble. As you can probably tell by now, I have problems being able to express how I feel about things, or like, I just am really bad at being able to explain myself and my feelings and things about me. I just can't do it. I absolutely hate change. I hate change so much, it actually controls me. My OCD at times is absolutely scary. Even for me. Like, it's scary to the point that I have to sit in the same seat. If I don't, then I don't know, I just freak out. I can't do it. I don't like change at all. Everything has to be in the same way that it always is. I don't know, I'm very OCD. Very OCD. I regret things, I think, longer than people generally should. If I do like something that I regret, the feeling will linger for like months, and I will just continually replay it over and over and over in my head. I care way too much about what people think of me. That's a really bad one. Like, when I meet someone for the first time, my first impressions are absolutely terrible. When I know someone, I'm really outgoing, you know, like, I don't care what I say as much, you know, because I know what I can say. I know the person. When I'm making a first impression, I don't know the person, so I overthink what I'm going to say. I overthink everything, because I don't want to do something that's going to offend them. Because I don't know their views on things, I'm worried that I'm going to say something that's going to offend them or make them not like me. It worries me. Well, there's just a few. I did make a massive list, though this is probably getting really boring for you now, so I'm going to stop. Also, I should probably get back to study, and my voice is kind of just disappearing because I'm sick. I will make another one of these sometime. I'm not going to say I'm going to try and make one every week, because I often say that and I generally don't do it. I feel bad for that. I'm sorry for saying that all the time and then not doing it. I feel bad. So I'm just going to say I will make one soon-ish, and I will see you then. Alright, bye guys.